Calvin's obviously in prison, right? Like that kid was a bad kid. He was just a bad kid, right?
And it was all things that he saw. It was imagination
Yes.
to drive him to Grand Theft Auto, I think.
Right.
You know,
Right.
yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's gone through rehab 10 or 12 times.
100%.
And
yeah.
I think the drugs were to get the voices out of his head, right? I mean, that's the dark side of seeing shit like that.
Yeah. Like A Beautiful Mind, cool, because he wins the Nobel Prize and he's able to use his brain to put his schizophrenia at bay, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, great story.
Sure.
What Calvin is dealing with is something completely different, and he hasn't had any help from his absentee parents who have never made it into the comic. Okay? And we're not saying he's murdered. He's not doing anything like bad. Listen, Grand Theft Auto, probably a B&E, maybe just something to get by, because he clearly lives in like an okay area where crime is part of the growing up process.
It's there, but it's a nice neighborhood, lower middle class, but people are still turning tricks on the corner.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And Jiggaman Porto KOD, we love you, buddy. Celso Porto. You didn't think that's the answer and where that was going to go, did you?
Nobody had that on their bingo card.
Nope, did not.
Calvin turning tricks was not on the show bingo card. No,
it's hard out here for a pimp, right? And Hobbes tried his best, right?
He did.
He tried his best, but at the end of the day, that tiger could only last so long. He had to go out and do something. And in his old age, he tried to really help Calvin, but
at some point we've all got to let go of our Hobbes. So ridiculous.
He's in juvie, just like, who's your best friend? An imaginary tiger.
Don't mess with that, dude.
Yeah, if you talk to Calvin, that guy's kind of messed up. I'm no longer like terrified of horses. Okay,
you have that same phobia too.
Yes, yeah,
they're terrifying animals. I get so much shit about the fact that horses scare me. Oh God, you love casseroles and you hate horses. We are BFF.
Yeah, it's okay. We live with horses. There's horses on this property. My mother-in-law was a horse trainer. She still trains horses. She raises horses, and they're everywhere. And Rosie has a pony, and there's a lot goes on this property. And I don't like them. They're gigantic animals that could literally rip your face off or kick you right. Yeah. Like they're super. I've seen it. Like horses. Anyway,
stuff of nightmares.
I have taken my little daughter who has no fear of horses. She feeds them. She's only 1.5. And I'm like, listen, I can't be that dad that's like, don't go near the horses. They're going to eat you. So slowly but surely, I have worked on my fear of the horses. Freddie Airmail says nightmares. Good play.
Way more information than anybody wanted. I was on the table and they were ready to cut it out. And I said, hey, look, right before they give me the anesthesia, I said, hey, so I can have it, right? Can I put it in a jar? And the guy's like, no, it's like some biohazard. And because I think it should belong on my desk. You can't see this, but I've got like trophies here. I should have one testicle in a jar right there to show anybody who I want all of the time. So anyway, he gives me the anesthesia, and you know how like you count to 10 and you're just out. So he gives me the anesthesia, and I'm like I'm super bummed out. I'm never gonna see this again. It's mine. I grew it.
Yeah.
And so I hand him my phone. And I said, take a picture of it. And I'm out. It's the last thing I remember. I come to, friends and family are there. Everybody's making sure I'm fine. 2 minutes later, the dude walks by with like a printed version of the testicle that like a photo, and throws it on my chest. He's like, best I could do, and walked off. And
did you enjoy that video for fan-controlled sports and entertainment? Of course you did. What was it? I have no idea. This is a stock end card on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, watch all of our other videos, comment, like, subscribe, but make sure you don't smash the like button. Use a reasonable amount of pressure. And as always, power to the fans.